Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian and African boxing and of course sports in general. And please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the like and of course the subscribe right now, and also go to the notification bell icon, click it, and so that also time to drop a new banger, a new exclusive video will definitely be notified. So Kamaru Usman, a king of course in his own right, who is making Nigerian proud, has made Nigerian proud, and will continue to make Nigerian proud, spoke about the ENDSARS movement that is currently going on right now in Nigeria. The way he analyzed it, in a way, Kamaru Usman understands Nigerian history very well, compared to a lot of Nigerians who don't understand the history of how the country was formed, by the British Empire. Now Usman said, of course, replying to DJ Tunes, a very popular DJ in Nigeria. He said, "Well said, my brother. Everyone profits from us except us. These are the times that our youth must stand up in order to change the trajectory of our future. The disparity in our country is just baffling. One of the richest nations in the world with all of our resources happens to be so poor. Change needs to come, and it needs to come now. Hashtag ENDSARS, hashtag end police brutality." Listen, Kamaru Usman is a Nigerian, of course we already know, and a lot of people expected Joshua to voice out his opinion like this. Of course, Joshua, being too close to a lot of politicians, couldn't do so. Tried his best in a way, but more needs to be done. I think some youths are not happy with Joshua, but I would say let's forgive him. He's got a fight coming up now, so let's not distract him, and let's see how it goes. I just hope Joshua walks in the ring with the Nigerian flag as well. We'll see how patriotic Joshua is when the time comes, but I do think he loves Nigeria though. It's just that he cannot speak on it that much because of the people he's close to. So, in order to end oppression, we must end colonization. This is how Nigeria was formed, and of course, you guys can go read it there. Nigeria was a term conceived by a British journalist named Flora Shaw, Lady Lugard, in 1897. Let's not forget that in 1897, that was after the Benin Empire was conquered where I'm from. That's the year of invasion where my land was invaded by the British, because we refused to give up our rights to them. And then of course in 1830 to 1914, Britain consolidates over what it calls a colony and protectorate of Nigeria, governed by indirect rule through local leaders. 1922, part of former German colony Cameroon is added to Nigeria on the League of Nations mandate. 1960, independence. Of course, we get independence. I don't know what have we achieved since independence? Nothing, bro. Our leaders have achieved a lot. They've achieved the tactics of stealing. All they know is embezzling. The House of Assembly is the worst. Those guys get paid more than the American president. How can a senator get paid $70,000 per month? Why the majority of people are suffering? So that doesn't work with me. Of course, in 1967 we had the Biafra War. We wanted to separate 3 eastern states. A lot. You guys can go to read about it, and Nigerians must learn about their history. But let me call my brother right here, Tajagbe, to give his take on Kamaru Usman, analysis of Nigerian history and the core of the problem. Because now, looking at the people who control oils, in our country, bro, China is there, USA, France, Norway, UK, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Brazil, bro. It's crazy. We don't profit from our resources, but at the same time, I'm not gonna come here and blame those Western people. If our government were not so greedy, then I don't listen. Now the people are saying, this is what I like to see. Kamaru Usman made a very great point, analysis of it, but the problem is deeper than this. Our leaders, our old head vagabonds, our forefathers have always used the tribal ethnic line to divide people, but now this generation has seen that, listen, there are many other countries who speak different languages. Can you look at, for example, let's take a look at Switzerland. Switzerland has 4 languages, okay? Romansh, Italian, French, and of course German. But yet the country is so prosperous. Why is it like that? Their language difference and culture difference did not separate their main goal, which is making the country good, making the country, livable for their citizens. It's just how it is. And when everyone can live fine, live good, have a better life, not have to try, bro, things will be different. But do we as Africans have the mentality? African leaders, go check their record. It's never been like that. These guys are greedy motherfuckers. Sorry for that word I'm using. These guys are greedy old mofos and vagabonds and needs to be kicked out of power, including what we have right now as president in Nigeria. That one is never existing. I don't even know if we even have president. Your take, brother Tajagbe.
It's all a learning experience for me as well. I'm not gonna act like I know everything that's going on. I'm learning, as I go. And one thing people have to remember is, if AJ is not in the position that he is, we wouldn't have anyone. Let's be honest. Without BBC, people won't even, half of Nigeria won't even know who Israel Adesanya is, or Kamaru Usman, or what AJ has been doing. Half of Nigeria won't even know, or if they even pay attention to him at all. AJ, he's in the position, but you have to remember, AJ is not a singer. He's not a rapper. He's an athlete, and there's a certain thing that he must do and he cannot do. And he has to sit behind and watch. And when it's time for him to speak up, he'll speak up. But you cannot rush things, because if he's not in the position, he won't be in the position. If he doesn't have the power, he won't have the power, because the people that are backing him are telling him, it's not time yet. You can't say this. You can't say that. He has to listen, because when it's time for him to do it, he'll do it. But if you rush it, and then he says the wrong thing, it could easily, as say, he could ruin his career. And where would he be talking about supporting, putting Nigeria at the center stage without him? Because let's be honest, he put Nigeria in the center stage because of his win, of the way he acts in the ring and out the ring. He puts Nigeria in the center stage. We haven't had a champion like him. We haven't. You cannot say
bro. I'm not gonna make excuse for Joshua. He fucked up. That's just it. That's what we say, because you cannot tell me that Joshua, cannot do this well. To tweet something, ENDSARS is not a big deal. If Kanye West can stand with the people, Kanye West, who is not a Nigerian at all, can stand with the people, do his research, Drake songs, all those other guys use names that are barely who have more leverage than Joshua in terms of political, connection and people they know. Kanye West is a huge name. Can't compare that to Joshua, but yes, they spoke his mind about it. So you have to understand, Joshua might be an athlete to British people, but he's not an athlete to Nigerians. He's a powerful figure, a figure that we respect and admire. We've had boxers that we like as boxers, but did not see as powerful powerful figures. Let's take a look at Samuel Peter. Samuel Peter, to me, was a very, very, great boxer that I respect. Our champion. But to me, it was not a powerful figure. Okay, Akibi Abuchi, the same thing. People we've had to Nigerians were just seen as boxers, as athletes, not as powerful figure. But Joshua changed that perspective. Nigerian musicians were not seen as powerful figures, but in the past they were not. Imagine if Fela was alive today. Fela is gone now, and now is a figure. And now you see so many musicians like Wizkid and Davido, to a lot of people, not to me, but a lot of people, they are huge figures. So they have a voice. They give the voice. They are meant to represent the voiceless. That's why you see now. You see how a lot of people got dragged by Nigerians, or some Nigerian people dragged a lot. A lot of them, for not speaking up until some started speaking up. So Joshua made a very huge mistake, but he's our brother and he's forgiven. But I cannot speak for everybody. I can only speak for myself because I understand the reason why I did that. But Joshua has too much connection to politicians, Nigerian politicians. So that could be the reason why, and that is a bad thing to do. Because at the same time, when you came to Nigeria, the people that stood next to you, that stood by you, were Nigerians, youths. The same youths that Sars people, are killing. Same youths stood by you. The whole dead vagabonds did not do that. They don't know what's happening. They just hear of Joshua through the youths, but they don't know what it's all about. That's a fact. Continue, brother.
Yeah, but I am an understanding person, and I said if he wasn't a champion, if he wasn't even where he is, I don't think a voice of people would come to him or say this. No, people wouldn't care.
If he wasn't a champion, people would still go and talk to him about it. It's just because he has you don't understand. He's a figure to Nigerians. He's not a boxer like that. He's not just a boxer. He's a figure. He's a guy that gives the voiceless, the give voice to the voiceless. Even if he was not a champion, people will complain. They already see him as that. That's why when you saw when he lost, a lot of people were still, a lot of Nigerians were backing him up still, because to us he's more than a boxer. This is what you don't understand yet. To the British people, Joshua is just a boxer. He's an athlete. But to we Nigerians, he's not, because we know he has a voice. He has the following. He doesn't have to go against the government. Just join the people and say ENDSARS and all those stuff. But he didn't do that. That made even a lot of people were tagging him and all that. He was forced to say what he said. But he said he didn't. He had to educate himself about it. But how come Kanye West took just a few hours to educate himself about it, to know that police brutality is bad? And see, you have to see some videos. Like I myself, I've never been harassed by a police officer before. I cannot come here and lie to you. I've never been harassed by a police officer before. I've been arrested, but I've never been harassed. But just because I've never been harassed doesn't mean I can. So I was just lucky not to be. Continue, bro.
Yeah, but you want to count yourself lucky for not being harassed by police officers, But I want people who speak, who know what they're talking about, and just not want to join the movement because it's the popular thing to do. Kanye West, I could care less what he's doing. That guy, I do not like that. A guy that tells me slavery was needed or whatever what he said. I cannot take the action seriously. But back to Kamaru Usman, he absolutely is correct on everything that he has said thus far on his Instagram page, because it's true. We should be Nigeria or Africa as a whole should be a powerhouse, standing above all. Absolutely, standing above all, because everybody took from Nigeria and profited, and they absolutely grew to where they are without, let me not even keep saying Nigeria, without Africa. You know, they took from there and they grew. Where are we right now? We're seen as one of the poorest nations, but yet they're still coming in and taking. And what is the leader? What are only a certain leaders were able to actually break free of that bondage and make their dreams and the people who suffer and end it. You know, only a handful have done it. And I'm gonna put Nigeria on blast, and because it's funny how we have the minds and the resources and the power to do it, but yet we aren't doing it. It's true, because you know what Nigeria is right now? Everybody is divided, and you know what they say about divide and conquer. You know, right now we're divided, and in order for us to actually move forward and actually get to where we're gonna get to, an uproot system needs to be done. Somebody who could bring the people together, and that's how we're gonna prosper. That's the only way I see it of things happening. Because if you look back in front, everybody's still black in Nigeria. Everybody's still a little shade lighter. That's it. That's all I see. Nobody's different.
Well, your statement on Kamaru Usman reacting for sure. I think, yeah. So, guys, you heard it from Tajagbe, and stop police brutality in Nigeria, and we move. Stay blessed, guys.